Okay, here's a short tour of the engine. Excuse the mess I have in my garage. A lot of projects going on. I got my beehives over here and all sorts of other stuff over here. Anyway, the engine. So we'll just start from the top down. Right here is the 5-gallon stainless steel gas tank that was custom made by the previous owner. He also included a sight glass so you can see how much fuel is in it. The filler is on top. I keep a little bit of gear oil on top. That way every time I start it I can go through and add lubrication, all the lubrication points in the tappets and whatnot. Going down, here you can see the thermostat that turns on the blower for the radiator, and that's connected to the outflow portion of the coolant line. It also comes up into this Y here, as you can see, and that Y is so you can run dual radiators if you want to. Like I was saying, you can use one set to dump the heat outside or another set to dump the heat into your house. Going down further is the input cooling lines, also with a Y, so you can have the dual radiator setup if you want. Moving down here is the 24 volt high amp alternator with the electric box. Of course, the flywheels here with the hand crank I have on there. Here's the fuel filter. Here you can see the fuel line coming from the gas tank through the fuel filter into the switching valve. So here is where you can connect your 60-gallon auxiliary tank, and here's your 5-gallon main tank. And then it goes up through the high-pressure fuel pump, up this copper line, and then here's where it enters the block and does a little curly Q with the heater. Comes back out, and then into the injector up here. Moving on this side, we have the air filter. Here's the compressed air starter, and I don't know if there's enough light, but underneath it is a little air ram, so when you turn that on, the ram pushes the little kind of hockey puck friction disc against the flywheel and spins it. Down here is the oil filter. You probably can't see it, but it's in there. Oh, what else do we got? On this side, I got the exhaust line and a flex hose that you can use to run from your building or wherever you're running it through the wall and then into your muffler system or into a tank in the ground, however you're going to deal with the sound. I don't have the muffler system, but the flex line will come with it. And then on the top, you can see all the fun inner workings. So you got your valves, the tappets. Everything on here is made to be lubricated. So you can see the pivot points for the valves have a little lubrication hole there and there. You can lubricate the top of the tappets. Down here's the governor. The governor has little lubrication points as well as the governor pivot control that can be lubricated. So that's why I kept the gear oil. So every time I was out here and I start it, I can go through and kind of keep everything clean, make sure nothing ever freezes up on me. Down here is the base. Okay, I got a tape measure. So here's the base. You can see how tall it is. Roughly 10.5 inches tall. It looks like a 1/4 inch steel or more, making up the square parts with a probably 3/8 inch steel plate on top. It has rubber mounts on the bottom to isolate the vibration. Here you can see the tension pulley that was made up to keep tension on the belt that runs the alternator. Alright, that's all I can think of. I guess if you have any other questions, let me know. Give me a second and I'll start it and I'll turn the camera back on.